The first process of the build, acquire and implement domain, called manage programs and projects, has 14 practices. The sixth practice is to monitor and report on the program outcomes. The entities responsible for this practice include the Value Management Office, the Project Management Office, and the Chief Information Officer. The entity that is held accountable is the business executives. The practice receives several inputs that include the feedback on program performance from the EDM2 process, the investment return expectations from the AP05 process, and the resource utilization records from the AP07 process. It generates two outputs, which are the results of the program performance reviews to be used by the BAI01 process, and the stage review results to be used by the EDM2 and the AP02 and 5 processes. The activities involved in this practice include monitoring the performance of the overall program and the projects within it. Reports should be created that include the schedule, funding, functionality, and internal controls. The performance and realized benefits should be compared to the enterprise goals, and any changes should be reported to the management. Any changed IT services and resources should be monitored as well. Deviations from the expected schedule, scope, quality, risk, and cost should be reported. IT portfolios should be updated with the relevant changes introduced by the new projects. Reviews of each project stage should be performed to help in making adjustment decisions if needed. The seventh practice is to initiate projects within a program. The entities responsible for this practice include the business executives, the Project Management Office, and the head of IT development. The entity that is held accountable is the steering committee. The practice receives no inputs from internal or external sources, but it generates two outputs, which are the project scope statements and the project definitions, both to be used internally. The activities involved in this practice include creating and documenting a common understanding amongst all stakeholders of the scope of the projects. Each project should have sponsors with sufficient authority to make adequate decisions. Key stakeholders should agree on the project requirements, including the acceptance criteria and the key performance indicators. The required project communications should be included in the project definition, which should be maintained throughout the life cycle of the project.